The C1 preamplifier is our latest product and is $550. Now, there aren't very many $550 preamplifiers in the market that do a perfect job in handling the signal from input to output. There are some, but very, very few. I've spent a lot of time in the design of this system, of this C1, so that the output of the preamplifier is an absolute replica of the input to the preamplifier. In this case, for every 1 watt of output that the amplifier would be playing, there is this many watts of distortion. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 6 zeros. To put that in perspective, this tiny difference is below the thermal noise floor of our hearing mechanism. This is such a small power level that the mechanical impact of air molecules on your eardrum in a perfectly quiet room makes lots more racket than that power level does. It is below the thermal noise limit of your hearing. It is below almost the thermal noise limit of any piece of electronics. Now, we're very proud of this achievement. And that's treating it only as a straight preamplifier. Add to that the sonic hologram system, full feature tone control system, and the option of putting the tone controls in or out, and you have what I think is one of the best preamplifiers that you can buy. We've gone beyond that. We've included a moving coil preamplifier stage in this unit. A magic thing happened in this unit. Motorola, bless their hearts, came out with an amazing transistor this year. It is absolutely astonishing. It has a noise floor that's within 1 dB of the theoretical noise floor for 10 ohms. Now that's an achievement, not for 47K, but for 10 ohms. So what I've done is I've taken that transistor and I've made a phonostage out of it. A phonostage with lots of gain. An extra 24 dB of gain. So you have, in this case, I've got my cake and I have it to eat at the same time. It has 0 phase shift because it's an active system. It has a perfectly flat frequency response. It won't saturate at low frequencies. It's absolutely linear, absolutely a straight line linearity. And yet it's quiet. It's as quiet as the best moving coil step-up transformers, because Motorola has somehow figured out a way to make a transistor do that. As far as I'm concerned, it's black magic. But I don't need to know why. I do know that it works. So, going back to my last statement, the best moving coil step-up device is no step-up device at all is true in this product. It doesn't have one because it's just a high-gain phonostage. The C9 is a product for your customers that already have a system and want sonic holography. Now, there's an opportunity to really make some sales with this device because it's not very expensive. It's $275. And a lot of customers might live in a small apartment and have small speakers. And they would think that, well, I can't use holography because my room's too small. Not so. I have a customer, I have a dealer in Los Angeles who used to sell about 2 or 3 of these a month. And he's got this really hot dog demonstration, and he rolls them out now about 1 a day. I mean, it's just something to see. And what he has is he has a little rack that's about this high and 2 foot pads glued to the floor. Just white foot pads, look like feet. Come up, stand on the foot pads, hit the button, and all of a sudden, this giant image. And everybody buys it. For component systems that have separates, for component systems that are receivers, integrated amps, even some people that have cars, because you make tapes. You can make holographically encoded tapes with this device, as you can actually with both preamps. and it'll play back on your car system in holography. Any questions?
Yeah, Bob, I was going to ask you, there's been a lot of different image enhancement, spatial enhancement devices that have hit the market since you initially brought them out, and I wondered what really the technical differences are between things like biphonic sound, spatial expansion, compared to like your holograph circuit.
The answer is this: they differ a great deal. None of them generate a canceling signal. Let me show you what the differences are. Now, there are three important elements to sonic holography. One of them is interaural time delay. The other is invert. Invert simply means that the cancellation signal is a true cancellation signal. It's inverted, it's upside down, so that when it combines in space with the unwanted signal, it vanishes. They both vanish. The other property is that it have associated with it something I call, an engineer would call, crossfeed. It's fed from one side to the opposite side. Now, these are the fundamental features of sonic holography. Each one is necessary to produce a true cancellation signal. Instead, what happens with an omnisonics is that the delay that has to be there is a random one that's associated with random delays on the records. And so the images that are produced will be frequency dependent, and if a violin is playing, the low frequency components may be here, the mid-range components may be over there. It's sort of neat, but it's not like real life. Now, another imager on the market is the biphonic. I believe there's a PH in there. That's good enough. And it does an invert a crossfeed and a phase shift. So, without an interaural time delay, again, without the interaural time delay, the signal can't be canceled at your ear. It's merely a phase-shifted signal. So the spectral, your spectral perception on a system like that is different than your perception with sonic holography. This concludes the presentation, and I want to say thank you very much for allowing me into your lives today. And remember this: take these products and go out there and rake it in. I would like to take this time to say thank you to lovely Miss Hologram and my constant companions.